Hello everybody, Mark here again for day 4 of the Farmfoods challenge. Today I'm going to be having this mariner's pie. What it is a fish fillet pieces in our creamy parsley sauce with sweet corn topped with mash and cheddar cheese crumble. There we are. So I'm going to have one of those. Now, I'm going to do a few things with it, because that's not going to fill me up on its own. Right, what was that? That was the mini oven. Okay, so what I've done, I've already cooked the fish pie for 10 minutes in the oven. Sorry, 10 minutes in a microwave. Meantime, I've done a bag of vegetables. You've seen the bag of vegetables. I weighed them out, measured them out, and they into 57 pence bags. Okay. And then, you know, put them back in the freezer, and it's all good, and they're ready. Okay, now what I've done is I've boiled up the bag of veg. Let me just fix that. Blimey. I boiled up the bag of veg, and there we have it. We've got all the bags are the same: broccoli, cauliflower, peas, and sweet corn. There we are. Now the idea is, let me see. This is the fish pie when it's come out of the microwave. The fish pie is the mariner's pie. And what I'll do, I'll tell you about the prices in a minute. Now, I hope you can see that. What I'm going to do is to take it out of the paper tray that it was frozen into, and what I've just cooked it in. Now this is going to be quite interesting. Now, this tray you might recognise as is those chicken dinners coming. It's getting hot. Those chicken dinners come in these. Okay, so what I've done in the tray, right, you've got your vegetables. I've put the cooked fish pie on the top of the vegetables and spread that about. There we go. So now we've got the fish. The fish pie is a lot of fish, potato, bit of cheese, bit of stuff in it, parsley. Put that on top. Quite nice. Now, what I'm going to do, it's slightly cheating a little bit. I've actually got some cheese here, which I've had for a few days. I got it from the co-op. It's not part of the challenge, and it wasn't in the budget, but I've got... I just happen to have this bag of cheese. So I thought, well, what I'll do, I'm going to put some of the cheese on here. You know, it's kind of cheating because it's not in the thing, but it's the kind of thing that you may have if you've got it knocking around. But yeah, like I say, it's not in the budget. It's just something I had laying around. Okay, there you go. So I've put some cheese on the top. Now, what I'm going to do now is to put it in the grill. Oh, which is a bit of a mistake, because I preheated the grill, but I turned it on. I put it on the oven instead. So that's a bit awkward. Anyway. Okay, so yeah, Mariner's pie on top of the veg, bit of cheese on top, under the grill, and I've got some fish fingers. If there wasn't enough fish in here, I've put 5 fish fingers in the convection oven, so they're cooking away. They should be done in a few moments. Yeah, okay. Because basically, I wanted to, bulk it up because I didn't know how. Basically a plate full of veg with no calories, pretty much, with a fish pie. Oh, I'll tell you about the fish pie. If I can find the ingredients. Partially reconstituted dried potato, 42%. Water, it's got Alaska pollock, 15%. Rapeseed oil, sweet corn, 5%. Cream, 3%. All that kind of stuff. Yeah, so there's not a lot going on there. Now, the whiteboard. Here we are. The Mariner's pie. Now there was doing a deal, 2 for £1.50. So got 2 of them, of course. Mariner's pie, and the other one is like I don't know, Captain's pie or some thing like that. Basically, it's the same thing, just slightly different. So anyway, 2 of them for £1.50. That's 75p each. The veg at the normal 57p for the bag that I showed you yesterday's video, and fish fingers. They're the economy ones again, which I showed you yesterday's video. 5 of those, 6.5p each, comes to 32. So today's dinner is coming to £1.64. Okay, and while that's cooking while that's under the grill, what I'll do a couple of shout outs. Oh boy. Oh, thirsty work this. Alright. Now, regarding yesterday's dinner, which I had the pasta, if you haven't seen it, look for Farmfoods Challenge number 3. That was yesterday. Anyway, I asked the viewers to come up with the name of the dish, because I reckon I may have invented it. I don't know. I mean, pasta and fish is nothing new, but pasta with battered fish and fish fingers, I think, is new, because I couldn't find it on the YouTube channels or anything. Anyway, so Dave Dump, he came through with a name. He puts forward Pish Pasta. Oh, sorry, Pish Fasta. So he swapped the letters. You see what he's done there. Pish Fasta. That's Dave Dump. Thank you. And Lifeguard 2564 says Pash Fingers. So there's a swap around of the letters again. Pash Fingers. So Lifeguard 2564. Thank you. And also, I did say at the time that I think it could have done with some sauce, the pasta, purely for moisture, and Charlie Leach says that cheese sauce might work, which sounds about right. Let's see, yeah, cheese sauce would go well with it. I think that would probably work. Yeah, cheese and pasta, because I've heard of people doing a cheese pasta bake. So cheese sauce, and she asks, will I be doing an Iceland challenge? Well, the answer is yes, probably, very likely. But the thing is, there's a mountain of store. I mean, this is Milton Keynes. I mean, we got all of them here. Let me see. We got the Co-op, which I've I've done a while back. Got Farmfoods, of course. We've got Asda, we've got Tesco, we've got Waitrose, we've got Sainsbury's, we've got Morrison's, Lidl's, Aldi, and then of course Iceland. So there's like 10 just off the top of my head. There may be 1 or 2 that I've missed. So we'll get to it. It's just in one of 10 that is crazy. So I mean, providing people don't get sick of what I'm Now I might just do it anyway. You know, even if people do get sick of it, you know. Anyway. But as you can probably tell, you know, if I'm able to do it a week or two of meals on, say, the budget, if I keep the budget to 25 quid, then you know, it could be more. But stay tuned. I'll be getting around the circuit. You know. Anyway. Right. Now, there we go. Now that's been under the grill for the last 5 minutes while I've been talking. And you can see that the cheese is nicely browned. So let's see how it tastes. Also, I've got some... I think, actually, in hindsight, I think the fish fingers were probably a bit much. Perhaps shouldn't have gone with the fish fingers, but... Alright, well I dropped one, so I'll put that in the bin. Alright, so that leaves me with 4 fish fingers. Yeah, I gotta drop one. Okay, anyway, so yeah, I think this is quite a big plate here, so the fish fingers are probably a bit overboard, but it seemed like a good idea at the time. Anyway, let's see what it tastes like. Yeah, the potato and the sweet corn are coming through. Yeah, it's good. I mean, sweet corn and peas, they go with anything. Yeah. Mind you, I mean, the fish content in this Mariner's Pie Alaskan pollock is only 15%. So, you know, it's probably just as well. Probably just as well I did put the fish fingers in here. But yeah, I'll tell you, it just goes to show, with a little bit of, you know, mixing and matching. Oh, that's good. Oh. With a bit of mixing and matching, you can make some interesting dinners here. That's the thing, because I'm kind of winging it, and I'm only discovering now that I'm eating it. If I'd have thought about it, I would have cut up the fish fingers, put them on top of the veg, then put the Mariner's Pie on top with the cheese, and then under the grill. At least then the mashed up fish fingers would be all out, you know, mixed in. As it happens, they're all in sort of, you know, they're all whole on the top, and which means you've got to cut it up, which isn't all that easy. Plus, I mean, if I'd have mashed it up before, there's a handy hint for you. If you'd have mashed it up before and then put the Mariner's Pie on top, at least it would be spread all through. So all you got to do is stick the fork in, and you're going to get some fish finger, you know. Yeah, but there was a little bit of fish fingers, a little bit of sweet corn in the Mariner's Pie, but I put a whole bunch more in there. Plus you got the usual veg. So yeah, so very cheap, quite wholesome. You know, this will fill you up because it's aching my arm, right? It's heavy, right? And it'll be really nutritious. I mean, you got well, 4 different types of veg, plus fish, plus potato on the Mariner's Pie. In fact, 2 different types of fish. You got whatever the fish fingers are made out of, and then Alaskan pollock. Yeah. So you got veg and fish and potatoes, fish and veg. I mean, I've had these before, but normally I've had them on their own, right? Because you know, you throw them in the microwave for 10 minutes, and you take them out and job done. But yeah, but now I'm sort of doing this for the camera. I've got to try and I've got to try and make it more wholesome and interesting to look at. And I think it's it's done fairly good. This is a really a really good dinner. I don't know what sort. If you had a you probably wouldn't want a lot of sauce if you were to put anything on here. Definitely not ketchup or nothing, but maybe like Charlie Leach said, a little bit of cheese sauce, perhaps. Not a great deal, just a 3 or 4 spoons just to spread over, just to give it some moisture. But other than that, I'd say I did cheat a little bit with the cheese. The cheese wasn't in the £25 budget, but it was just something I had laying around, so I thought, I may as well use it. Which sometimes I may, I don't think I'll come up with a dish that involves gravy, but if I did, then it'd just be one of those things that you might have laying around the house. It's not in the budget, but yeah, it's laying around. Salt, pepper, ketchup, all these things, you just have them laying around. But anyway, just a little bit of cheese. Right, well there you have it. There's a close-up of that. It is quite tasty, We kind of lost that. Yeah, it's quite tasty, because you got your fish that's mingled in the pie, which isn't a great whole hell of a lot actually. 15% is kind of average, because I've done a lot of those microwave dinners in my early career, some of my early videos, and of course I'd read out the calorie contents and the ingredients and that, and a lot of them, in a lot of microwave dinners, you're looking at 10 to 12% meat. So it's good to add a little bit in the way of a fish finger or two, Plus these are the super economy ones. I mean, at 6.5p each, you can throw 5 or 6 of these in. I'm making a point of throwing in 5 because there's actually 30 fish fingers, and I could put them in 6s. What's that? 6, 12, 18, 6, 18, 12, 18, 24, 30. I could make 5 dinners with 6 fish fingers, or 6 dinners with 5 fish fingers. I'll probably chop and change, but I've been putting 5 fish fingers, which is a good amount. I mean, at that price, it's a really good filler. If you need something to bulk up the dinner, real cheap, good for you, and it fills up. It just bulks up the plate. Fish fingers are the way to go. Anyway, 18.5 minutes. There you have it. There's a fish dinner with added fish fingers and veg. Thank you very much for watching. Please, I'll tell you what I was gonna, that was the other one. I was gonna say, if you haven't done already, hit the subscribe there. What you may know is, my motivation for doing the videos wasn't primarily money, of course, but you may know that YouTube is stopping all our monetary videos. We're not going to, earn anything on the, what they want us to do. Now, I worked it out. I've got 400 hours of view time that people have been watching. 400 hours. They want me and everybody else to accumulate 4,000 hours, and we have to have 1,000 subs. I've got 224, I think, 226. They want us to have 1,000. So until I reach that, there'll be no advertisements on the screen here, which will mean I'll still, it means it's difficult to try and get the channel to progress and improve, but I'll still be, doing my thing. So anyway, my point is, if you could, if anybody's got access to the oh, yeah, you know, the Facebook and all those other channels. You know, you maybe pass on this video to all your buddies, and maybe they would like to, you know, subscribe. The more subscribers I get, the sooner I can get to that target. You know. Anyway, if you could help out in that regard, that'd be great. Thanks very much for watching, and bye bye.